So this week on BlazerTag, we have Josh Jean in studio. Whoop, whoop.
True story.
We're going to go over the sadness of the week, doing beer bets, and talking about our rock bottom week. Who knows? I don't know.
It's a night. The Blazers. Hey, welcome to BlazerTag.
Boom.
Yeah, he boomed. Now we have energy. That's how we get energy. This is take number 17 because we were falling asleep before, dropped a few shots of espresso, called your mom, got our energy up. We're ready to go.
Your mom said we were hot and fresh.
And
I
also
called
who
Josh's
said
mom.
that was the Rock Bottom Brewery. They think we're hot and fresh, just like their delicious food.
Yeah, Woody, what is it going on at Rock Bottom?
So February 8th, we are hosting our BlazerTag watch party while the Blazers take on the Charlotte Hornets.
Oh, man.
Event
Is
starts-
Muggsy Bogues still on the Charlotte Hornets?
I think he retired, about 3 decades ago or
Oh,
something.
what about Alonzo Mourning?
No.
Larry Johnson. There you go.
There you go.
Those were my
Wow,
three guys.
Your references for the win.
Jeez.
Oh, right on
We
the
thought
ball.
you were just a
oh,
pretty face.
joining this.
You know what? You came in here, you're like, yeah, NBA, I know they play with a round ball, but, you're just dropping references like that. But no, so Rock Bottom Brewery, February 8th. Again, Blazers take on the Charlotte Hornets.
Come out, have beers.
Starts about, we're kicking it off about 6:30. Come out or a little early.
Is there
get
discount beers, Ryan?
I believe.
Ryan, are there discount beers?
I don't know, Ryan.
Ryan,
Are
I
there?
need to know.
Yes.
There are.
There
how,
are.
How discounted are those beers they're going to have that
Well,
night?
I actually don't know what their regular going rate is, but apparently they're going to charge everyone who comes in and tells the bartender or their server or, the maitre d', if they're going to be that classy for us that night, that it is $3 red ales.
What?
And
$3 beers.
$3 beers.
You're telling me
Not-
I can have 5 beers for $15?
Basic math for the win.
You guys are the absolute worst at plugging something quickly.
Oh,
The absolute worst.
Why would we go quickly?
half the
Listen.
humor of it is the awkward banter.
Anyway.
All I know is I'm drinking, so I'm happy.
Oh, well, that's the
And
theme
on
of the week.
that note, folks, Brandon has a beer.
I gave up 3 weeks ago at the beginning of the bet, so I'm done.
As most of America's New Year's resolutions, he has failed as of day 3.
Actually, I failed 4 days prior, so
Oh.
Were you guys all trying to do sober?
No,
January?
Brandon heard I was, and he tried to jump on my bandwagon. Not that I'm being exceptionally successful either,
You
but
just
that's a
wanted-
whole other.
You wanted a friend.
He wanted a friend.
I just wanted to belong.
He saw me as a role model. Yeah. He looked at me the same way that C.J. Wilcox looks at Damian Lillard.
Yeah, and actually, I think I admire your hairline more than anything. So, I mean, that's the.
I see that's a bald joke there.
I don't know.
But someday, it'll be okay because you'll join me.
Hey, at least you guys have eyebrows. I'll never have those. So.
Yeah, what's going on with those?
I don't know. I was born like this. And it's just the way that.
Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's
They're
Maybelline.
not gone. They're
It's
just
just very blonde. Yeah, you'd think I'd be a very blonde man, but no, it's just like
salt, like a little salt and pepper.
You
going
think
on.
Anthony
I like that.
Davis
Looks
would
good.
donate to the eyebrow cause? Your need for eyebrows?
maybe. Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The unibrow.
The
You can
brow.
do a GoFundMe. So you can log into our Patreon page, and then no, it doesn't exist
You
yet.
guys have
No,
Patreon?
we don't.
No,
have
we
Patreon.
don't.
We can't, that's not in the
No,
budget.
I wasn't like knocking it. I think that's a
No,
good
no,
thing.
we wish we had a
That's
Patreon.
awesome.
If any of you would be interested in donating to us, you can just go ahead and email us at blazertagpodcast.com.
Hey, that was 2 shows ago.
And
that was the
oh
show.
wait, yeah, no, this is a lot of callbacks a couple weeks ago. Hey, but
All right,
speaking
so
of a week ago,
Anyways, the most important segment in my life because nobody can keep me down.
Yes, tell us what you won this week, buddy.
So I won a brand new car. Oh no, sorry, it's only beer, but I'll still take it. So
How did you win?
We had the beer bet of the most assists. We
Over
all
the course
picked a
of a
player
week.
for most assists over the entirety of the week's games, and I went out on a flyer after. Thankfully, this man right here, Brandon, bailed on him and decided to go with the quote-unquote safe bet of Shabazz. So, tail
not
end
a
of the
safe
week,
bet.
Tail end of the week, C.J. McCollum, he totaled 15 assists. Shabazz Napier, 12 assists. Damian Lillard, 24 assists. in 3 out of the 4
Yeah, and he
games.
missed
and
a
this
game.
segment's over.
So I will take my beer, and I will hoist it as a
Hallelujah.
trophy, and I will drink it all to
I'll keep the
myself.
clapping noise. Don't worry.
What's the most ridiculous thing you guys have bet on?
What is the most? How ridiculous
Was
have
it
we
our
gotten?
dollar bets during the live stream?
Oh yeah,
the,
I think
the dollar bets. during
we
the
were
live
betting
stream
on
is
like
probably,
we bet on how many Santas would show up in a commercial break.
No.
I think
Like-
that's the leader for the podcast so far. I'm trying to.
And I think Brandon cleaned up. He claimed like 6 Santas right before Christmas break, and it was like 7, and none of us were even close. And he's like, "Give me your money."
No, I won like $17 that night.
Yeah.
I had a really good night.
Yeah, I lost like
Yeah.
$8.
Side
It
note,
was
you've
tough.
only also won like 2 beer bets, so
No, it's not true.
Oh,
I'm still the reigning champion of beer bets.
and I've still paid the least, so whatever. I land in second place almost consistently. Those guys lose, win. I just like to not pay. That's really my goal when gambling. Is it's not so much about winning; it's about not losing.
Yeah. I'm with
That's
that.
Good
that's
philosophy
been,
there.
That's been Brandon's theory for most of it. Yet he's had to hand me the most beer.
Hey man, I like taking gambles. So gambling is fun for me. I'll do it.
Well,
I do it for the thrill.
At this rate, just get all the losing out on the podcast before you go to Vegas at
Yeah.
the end of the month.
Yeah.
How many games do you guys go to
We've al-
physically?
I think we've only gone to 3 this season.
It
I had
depends.
tickets for a while, and I went to every game. So
Yeah,
This feels like a
Where is
drought.
that?
Yeah.
Is the team good enough right now to just like? Because I went to the Spurs game.
oh yeah.
And,
Wow.
that was a good game.
yeah, that would have been a great
Yeah,
game.
That was
yeah.
exciting.
Sounds like a
The thing
fantastic
with
game
The
to have gone to.
points and the ball. You know, like I went because I don't ever go to them. Like I
Mhm.
don't remember the last time I went. But like it seemed like there were a lot of like empty seats.
Shouldn't be for that game. It's I
Like
don't
the
know.
people that were sitting next to us, like they didn't come back after
What
halftime.
section were you sitting in?
It's club level.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
Hmm.
Yeah. No.
Oh, your
I mean,
neighbors left. That's
The,
weird.
the Blazers are kind of weird with their fandoms in that it's the richer the seats, it seems to be the less that the fans kind of care.
Yeah, because
You
there was
get
a lot
you
of
get a lot of your screaming and chanting and full on fandom if you're in like the 300 level,
Oh yeah.
even right at the rim
Mhm.
and up. I believe it's section 314 is the most infamous for starting all the chants.
Yeah, the guy's right behind the community assist board,
Yeah.
or right in front of it.
Yeah, and so it's the cheaper the seats. I hate to say it, but the better the fans.
Yeah, it's well,
I
and
get that.
that's a
And
passion
Brandon
thing at
kinda,
that
like,
point.
Downs his head from the seats that he had before, but you are a rare
Were they
breed
nice?
in that
Had a-
kind, sir.
One
courtside.
110 row A.
Oh, yeah,
So
that's pretty
yeah.
good.
I thought
Yeah.
you had double letters.
No, I was like 6 from the court, so I wasn't quite in the black, but I was. I had a whole rail in front of me, and the Blazer dancers were right in front of that rail.
That
so
was important for you.
And you know,
And,
It just got-
and
yeah, you
I
know.
got yelled at.
okay,
Yeah.
numerous
maybe
times.
seats are seats, right? You know, you just got
And-
just get what you get.
and whenever I was with either of those guys at the games, I was sitting there being well behaved, while those two, I mean, they were trying to get phone numbers. Just kidding, wives. Just kidding, wives.
I was gonna say
They,
you made that joke on the show like probably 7 episodes ago, and my wife came home from work and was like, "So I just listened to the podcast, and what?"
First of all, his wife listens to the podcast. Like, none of
well,
our
my
wives-
wife actually
Oh,
listens to
yours
the
does too.
podcast too.
Our wives
Yeah.
listen
Mine
to the
used to listen to the
regularly.
podcast. Then she's like, "You put out so much content. I'm tired of it. Tired
Yeah.
of your voice."
Well, I mean, do you make her listen to the or watch the Rubik's Cube channel?
Yeah,
too?
right.
So-
Oh,
When-
Yeah,
when
as though
you're
she
like,
should.
"Hey, I have 37 stations of content, honey. Listen to it all."
yes.
But,
Even-
but yeah, no. So Ryan, if you want to tell the wife that I didn't get anybody's phone number that night.
no, he failed. He
But I might
tried
be
really
pregnant.
hard though. He tried so hard. I mean, he
still billing
he
you for half of
asked
my divorce attorney.
like 2 to 3 different dancers at least every quarter.
I don't
Every quarter, just asking all of them over and over. He really liked the blonde ones.
No, they don't get paid. Like they get paid a really small amount of money, right?
I think gas
It's
station
$200 a
attendants
day.
I think gas
$200
station
a day.
attendants make
$200 a
more
game.
than them.
200
Yeah, but
a game.
it's
I
it's
dated
that
one of
price,
them.
but they have to pay for their own hair, their own makeup, and they have to
Yeah, I
maintain a
remember.
gym membership. And so I think at the
And
end of
then
the day,
talk
it's like a
and-
negative 1750 or something like that.
And then when they stop, it's the amount of time that they continue to talk about that time they were a Blazer dancer.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's also, that's a real thing.
Back when I was actually my 8th grade science teacher was a Blazer dancer, and she gave us all.
While she was teaching
Yeah,
her science
yeah.
class.
And she gave us all posters, which was very odd.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Did
is
she
weird.
autograph them?
She autographed mine.
They'll do that.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was really strange.
Did she
I
draw a
liked it.
heart around herself too?
I remember coming home with it. My parents were really like ultra Christian-y conservative, and they're like, "Why did you bring this home, and where did you get it from?" It's like my teacher gave it to me.
I got
Yeah.
an A in science, by the way.
Oh man.
Yeah, she asked me to come over for extra credit.
Yeah.
Well,
One of the most-
that's yeah, that's
She wanted me to explore.
that is
faith.
the second most interesting teacher alternate career I've ever heard. I feel like I win because my high school science teacher, I had her for 3 years, quit teaching high school science to go literally work for NASA and has been to space 2 or 3 times now.
The most interesting
pretty cool.
like class story I have is that my chemistry teacher's wife, who was the English teacher, was having an affair on him with my vice principal.
That's some
cool.
that's some straight up
It's like
that's drama.
And the chemistry teacher decided to
Wait.
The chemistry teacher decided to throw a absolute shit fit the day that he found out. Middle of, I want to say it was 4th period, because that's when I had it.
This
And
is podcast gold right here.
Oh,
Yeah, so we had to
man.
like
I'm gonna
really
tie
raise
it
this
back into the Blazers because he is currently one of the on-court security guys for the Trailblazers.
Aim
apparently
high.
he can't work in education anymore.
No, he's still working at the school.
Oh.
And for
And still-
legal purposes, I'm not telling you where I went to high school.
A lot of teachers. There's a lot of female teachers having sex
Oh,
with their
don't
students
do
right
it.
now.
Don't you do it.
Can I you guys cuss on this thing, or you guys keep it?
Oh,
pretty-
fuck
we
yeah.
don't
Okay,
fucking
there you go.
cuss.
No,
Well-
we're limited to 1 fuck per episode.
Yeah.
It's trying
And
to
we
keep it
already gave 3 of
PG-13.
our fucks
And
earlier,
also
so.
apparently we're on YouTube Kids. So
Good.
Yeah, actually, I did find this out the hard way. So my son,
Trolling the
he's
early
like, "Oh,
afternoons.
Dad, you're on."
kids.
He's like, "You're on YouTube," and I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Oh, what do you do?" And he saw like one of the little like funny BlazerTag business cards that I made sitting up on the counter. So he decided to search it on his tablet.
How old's your
And
kid?
my son is 7.
He does that. Like he looks stuff up.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
just see what it looks up.
Do you have any
Watch it.
concerns about your child looking things up on Google?
Yes, actually, seeing as that I found out that they both actually trained their tablets to respond to their OK Google. I was like, oh, hey, I blocked Google search, but apparently if you block Google search on Android tablets, it doesn't block the OK Google function.
So wait,
Ooh.
what do you catch them looking up? They look up porn.
Seeing as that my son is 7 and my daughter's 8, no, I have not found that yet.
That's good.
And I would only have.
You're just gonna cover their tracks. Clearly.
Yeah, it's like I mean, like I don't know. I mean, I used to like because you don't have like dad's stash anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to remember finding like the stash.
If
and I
they
got-
were smart, they'd find Dad's stash.
No, like
You
so
always need a paper copy.
I found the stash.
Oh, man.
and this is kind of weird, but like it was funny because it was my mom's porn stash. And, like, but hold
That's
up.
that's a little subverted.
No, so
I-
what
I-
I'd do is I'd get this is the funny thing, like I'd grab a VHS because it's VHS, and
Did you have to rewind it?
well, here's the funny thing. No, well, you hear this outside, like find the one that I liked, and I had this one that I liked, and it was these lesbians, and so like that like
Sounds
set,
about right.
that set my lesbian career off for a while, and but I'd get nervous that she'd watch, like that she'd know, right? Like so I'd watch it and then I'd have to rewind it because I get
Well,
nervous.
and
So
you got to
when
get
you press-
directly back to
So
zero
when you press
because
play,
you can't
you're
go.
like, all right,
Yeah,
we were at
'cause-
23 minutes and 37 seconds.
Well,
I gotta leave
Well,
it
that's the
there.
beauty of a VHS, though, right? Because it starts at 0 and then it goes to the negatives if you go too far back.
That math wasn't working. I was just waiting for I was like when I started it, it was here. They were like scissor, like. But no, the funny thing was is like I would rewind it, like that was my mindset that she would find it, and I will always like think back to that what that conversation would actually sound like. Like Josh,
So
it was clearly on the DP scene, and now it's on the stepsister getting railed out by the stepdad.
So,
We need
son,
to talk
uh,
about
what-
this.
the video's worn out and kind of faded when they
Oh,
handcuff each other, and so anything you want to let me
But
know?
The most like crucial moment in my childhood was when the VHS held on to the tape. Like I panicked so like if you've ever could imagine a kid's fingers like frantically being jammed into the VHS little flipper, and I'm like trying to like
I
get
think
an edge
beer just
and
came
try
out
to
my
get,
nose.
get an edge to flip it up so I could like yank that thing out. And yeah, man, that's a motherfucker. Man.
That was the day some thief randomly broke into your house, stole the VCR, and nothing else in the entire house. Just the
I can actually
VCR.
relate to that, but
It was a nice VHS
This is gonna
that had
sound
this-
weird, but it's only because of the amount of times that I watched The Little Mermaid as a kid.
Yeah.
And it started, and the
That
Little
was-
Mermaid, the VHS tape started to melt in the VCR from the amount of times that it had been rewound and rewatched.
Wait, like you were jacking it to the mermaid?
Well, I mean,
He discovered a whole new world. No, wait, that's Aladdin. Sorry.
No, like I
Oh,
get that. No, I get that because like the shit that
I mean,
like,
those shells are hot, aren't they?
well, what
the
I used to
shells.
use when I was a kid, like it's obviously vastly different, but like I had a poster of this girl on a jet ski that I had on the wall. I won it. Like it was one of those when you used to be able to throw a dart at whatever
Mm-hmm.
picture it hit.
How hard did you have to squint? Just
You get it. But anyway, and it was like an old school jet, like not an old school, but like an actual like jet ski, not like
Yeah.
a wave runner. Then I don't think.
Oh,
that
so
would-
where the handles?
yeah. She's like sitting there, like, and I was like, that was it for me. Like that was like that to me was, that's like what you wanted in a woman was like a girl that could party.
Nobody.
But
and on that note, I should introduce our guest here,
hold on, I
Josh Dean.
have one more.
You know, if anybody's curious about the weird rando that we brought in to talk about his jet ski fetish,
yeah, I had one more story about.
About jet skis?
No, it was about.
Skateboards.
Oh yeah, no, about VHS. It's not porn. All right, so like the other thing, this was one of my favorite tricks because my mom married an attorney, and you know he's like pretty smart. I'm kind of dumb, so like I think like there was like this like internal struggle of like I'm gonna be with this kid for a long time, and I want to figure out like what he's working with.
Mhm.
But anyway, and he was smart
how
when
many
they
crayons
watched.
are in this box?
Yeah, they'd watch Jeopardy all the time, and so what I did once
That's
is
a horrible game show
I
for a measurement.
I taped. Well, hold on, here's what I did. I taped the Jeopardy from the night before, and then when we didn't watch it, and then when we all sat down to watch Jeopardy, I played it, but I wrote down all the answers. And so, like, I was nailing these answers. Like, I only got like 3 of them before he's like, knew something was up. 'cause
Not
he's like-
counting the answers you got correct, just the setup for that is
Dude,
fucking
right,
diabolical.
And I was so young. I was like, that was like where my like.
I mean,
was
that's
already-
clever.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you genius level status just based off
I
that,
wouldn't
that
do that.
planning and preparation.
Yeah, that's a bad move, man.
Don't give me so much
Anyways,
credit.
Brandon, introduce our guest.
No. We already just did. It
Well,
was a quick
I think
brief.
that's plenty of introduction. I think we
all
got
we need.
what's going on.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you like to be referred to as Josh or JPDX? I mean, like, what do you?
Joshua works. Man.
Joshua.
That's the funny man. Like people will say,
Bourgeois.
they say it from like they'll call me the Instagram handle because it's easy, and I'm like, but I think that you didn't really have to do much more to say my first name. Like it's not hard, you know. But
Same
they'll
amount of
say-
letters, right? JPDX.
Yeah, and like exes,
I'm
girls,
just gonna
girls
say,
that I've
so-
dated
so-
will reference me as that, like to their friends, and I have, you know, I won't get into that, but like,
No,
it's
we
really
want the
weird.
number. We
It's
want-
really weird that like your handle is what people hold on to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing it out there. Your name versus your handle is a lot less syllables.
Yeah. It's easy. 4 letters. Got in early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
At least in Portland.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So what do we got on the agenda today, Mr. Whitty?
So the one shocking thing that I think we have to discuss is the our power rankings update. So anybody got a guess?
Well, I don't need to guess.
Well, we've all read the power
You know
rankings.
what? I
Let's-
was going for like a raw generic kind
Are
of
you
thing.
waiting for? Our
I'm
subscribers
sorry.
to,
You were baiting
to
us.
comment?
Well, given that we lost 3 out of 4 games, clearly we've tumbled down into the mid-20s.
That's the kind of sarcastic assholishness that I expected from you, Mr. Green. But,
That's what I'm
but
here
no,
for.
In all honesty, I mean,
I think we went down in power rankings. I think we're.
Yeah, no, and actually, when Brandon made it over here tonight, and we were, planning out the show as we do meticulously, spending the last 7.5 hours getting this shit dialed down. You know, I let him know the power rankings update, and he called bullshit.
Well, because I
Ooh.
thought we were at 13 last week, and apparently we were at 12.
What's a power
Dun,
ranking?
dun, dun.
No, I'm
So
like,
it's a
okay.
metric that
Okay.
the representative sports channels put out, and
It is functionally a meaningless statistic where they rank every team best to worst, weighing the more recent games toward an average. So in general, you lose a few games, you usually fall backwards. You win a few games, you usually climb up a bit.
also known as clickbait.
Yeah, it's basically an
Well,
excuse
clickbait's
for you to
real.
go.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes,
It's
clickbait
an
is
excuse
real.
for you
not
to
just
go
a myth.
look at a national sports blog because it'll talk about every team and who's better and who's worse and why.
You want a good example of clickbait? There's a reason why our show has 1,000 subscribers.
Really? Oh, no, no. But like, did that exist? Because my heyday with the Blazers was Cliff Robinson and Jerome Kersey and recipes, and
Ooh.
and
Old school classics.
Danny Ainge and Rick Adelman, who I secretly wanted to adopt me like for a really long time, but that was like, did that exist, or is that just an internet thing?
I think it's an internet thing.
Rick,
Okay.
I always thought my dad looked like Rick Adelman. It turns out they're both just guys named Rick with mustaches.
Is Rick Adelman still
no,
alive? Is he still
no,
coach, or is he
no.
still alive?
No.
Wait, he's not
he,
No,
no,
Adelman's
he's still alive.
alive.
Yeah.
He just retired from coaching in the last couple of years, though. He bounced around a
About
bunch.
3 years ago, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, we lived right next to Cliff Robinson, and at the time, like we'd go up to his house to get autographs, and his daughter went to my elementary, so he'd come in, but we'd actually go up to his house as kids.
You
And-
trick or treat up there?
Well, no, but like
I was gonna say how big a candy bars did you give if you did?
no, no, it got weirder. So like we had I won't go into the story, but we had a cracker company. Like my family had a cracker company.
So random.
Yeah, super random.
That's
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I know.
That's
It
new.
warrants an explanation. I'm not gonna
White
give it
cracker,
to
maybe.
you. Yeah.
No pun intended.
So the White family had a cracker company. Continue.
They were cinnamon, man. But anyway, so we had this cinnamon cracker it was hot, and it was the hottest thing in the streets at the time. But anyway, it took. So my mom was like the opportunist of like the fact that we'd go up to this NBA player's house. Not like inside, he wasn't like letting us in or anything like that. He like fuck the
You
kids.
stay at
Come
the
in,
door.
kids.
No, fuck. He
It's like
like shit about us.
Neverland Ranch or
Yeah,
something.
he didn't.
No
give a
Michael Jackson treatment.
shit.
Come on, ride my roller coaster.
He but like she's like, go give him a box of the crackers, and like so I took a box and it was like a note like, these are for your family, like not thinking as a kid that like an NBA player wouldn't just be like, cool, dope, I got free crackers. Yeah, and so I leave them there, and then like because I'm a kid, and that's you get not obsessed, but you're like, I gave you crackers, man, I will see you next time, and I'll be like,
How are
sup
those
with them
crackers?
I'm your
crackers.
friend.
So
I'm the cracker friend.
They're
But
picking
we're
his daughter
BFFs,
up.
man.
He picked his daughter up, and I rolled up to him like, yo, no, I didn't say it like that. I was like, hey, did you try the crackers? And he's like, he was really cool about it. He's like, oh no, yeah, my family ate them all, or something like that. I was like, dope. So I fed his family. It's not even that good. It's a super good story.
I was like
but-
waiting for it to be like, yeah, you press charges against like
No.
because he
But
thought
I
it was
just think
The
poison.
story went nowhere near where I thought it was
But
going.
but yeah, but I mean, now like thinking back, it'd be like, that's creepy. I mean, that's like creepy as fuck. Like, give a Blazer player a box of crackers with like a note. Like, what do you think when you first get a box of crackers?
Yeah,
like,
especially addressed to your family.
yeah, like
Have
this is-
any
this
of
is
you
for
guys
your
gotten
family.
like a random gift dropped off on your doorstep?
Oh yeah. Yep.
What?
I don't get that stuff happening to me. So
So it was, I want to say about like 4 years ago. Shortly after my divorce,
baby.
I had not gotten a child dropped off at my doorstep saying this is yours.
Your 23andMe
Not yet.
results in a baby.
Not yet. This is true. But no, like I
Planned
open up
Parenthood
my
bill.
door. Like I went outside to go and like have a cigarette at like 8 o'clock at night. Nothing on my doorstep. I open my door at like 11 o'clock at night. Going out, having another cigarette right before I go to bed.
How much do you smoke?
A lot.
Dude, that was a 3-hour gap. It's a miracle that I cut back that much.
Okay, proud.
you cut back that
No, I'm
much?
just joking,
No
man.
way.
But no, I open up my door and there's a giant bag of gummy bears, and it's like right before Valentine's Day, and it just says, "This is for you," or "This is for you." I went through like a week-long debate on if I should eat the gummy bears.
You ate them, didn't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
me my snacks.
Yeah.
Like what you do is you eat one, see how you feel like 2 days later, and then you just go for it.
I wouldn't
It's
fuck with
worse
them.
than that. So the 2 days later, I had my kids. and
You
they
had-
wanted a snack,
Oh.
and I gave them each a gummy
Had
bear.
Kids. I thought you said you had you just 2 days later you had kids, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
They were
man, that's a
so-
weird time for a random person to
apparently
admit their
nowadays,
love.
man, can have kids,
2 days later, I had my kids, and I gave them a gummy bear apiece, and I had a gummy bear, and we all lived through it. So I was like, yeah, they're safe.
You can't really do that now. How long ago was that?
That was about 4 years ago.
Yeah, so they had pot gummies back then, right?
I don't
Right?
know.
Like 4 years ago.
Easily,
they had
yeah.
pot gummies, but yeah, they had 'em.
I don't know. The last time I did pot, it was in joint form, and I slept for 2 days.
Really?
Very specific. It was in joint form.
Back when it was in joint form, I
But
partook of the joint.
Yeah.
no, see, that's a
Matter of
lot
fact.
more concerning than anything I've ever had given to me. I just had my neighbors when we first moved in, and then again for Christmas, just randomly show up at our doorstep with a what's the red flowery plant that people give?
Poinsettia.
Poinsettia.
Oh.
Yep.
Poinsettia.
They've given us poinsettias twice.
Do you have a lot of pets?
That's poison.
No, but we
poisonous
know
as
they're
fuck.
poisonous.
Yeah, they're bad.
We actually had to hide it because
Makes
we
me
had a
feel
cat
weird
during
about,
the first
way
one.
Yeah, the reason people give poinsettias, like they're not that cool. Like for
They
the
just-
risk.
They just hate they hate cats, and they hope that you kill
I-
them.
I did.
You know, Bob Barker was always like, spay neuter your animals. You know, your neighbors are just like, eat this plant.
I won't say
Ooh.
to. We were talking about things. Well, I guess this isn't really a thing left at the door, but I one time ate a McDonald's cheeseburger out of a garbage can in Anchorage, Alaska, when I was like 5 years old.
Did
Yeah,
somebody
Wow.
say?
Super hungry for
No, it
McDonald's.
was like the neighbor kid. He was I don't know. They didn't have a lot of money. He lived down. He lived next door, but like he
So
was
you
like,
invited you over for dinner, and he's like,
And he's
No,
like, there's
there
a
was
dumpster,
there was
little
a
fella.
No, there was a baseball field across the street, and there was a garbage, and we were over there, and he just saw it. I don't really have anything to do with. I just think like random food that you maybe shouldn't eat
out of a
And
garbage can?
Yeah, and it was like,
That's all the
Yeah.
foods, Bob.
and he split it with me too. Like he wasn't even like, it wasn't like, oh, this is like, oh, what's mine? You know, he was like cool about it, and he was just like, this is, you get half. We found it together, and like we ate the shit out of
like
it.
Last
But I
Frontier
didn't know.
Gold
This is-
Runner
this
kind
is-
of shit.
but I didn't
right?
know.
Our food.
I didn't know that it was. That's not what like you don't eat food out of the garbage. I mean, I did. I thought it was weird, but
No,
like
it's all right. 5 years old is that's
5 years
a weird
old-
finding yourself age kind
I
of
think I
thing.
might have been younger.
Listen,
The
I
fact
did
Is that what you
I
lived in
did
the last
things I
Yeah.
regret socially, like last week. So at 5, you're okay.
But the weird thing is like I think back, and it wasn't even the concerning part. Wasn't. I mean, I don't know. It was like maybe like 4. I don't know. It was young. I was super young,
You
and I
do
don't
know
get-
any younger than 5, then we're starting to question the fact that you're just randomly hanging out by dumpsters, right?
Well, hold on. That's the concerning part because it like the thing that wasn't that I ate a cheeseburger out of a garbage can. It was like I was in Alaska and like my parents like the fact that a 4-year-old or whatever is hanging out with another 4-year-old eating garbage at a baseball diamond in a next to a park where we had like like we had moose come into the yard all the time and there was
Meese?
yeah they were
No, that's
like-
mices.
Oh, okay.
like that gives
Mice
you a
are
little
meese.
glimpse of the world I come from.
I feel like I know a lot about
It's-
your mom thanks to Instagram.
Yeah.
Oh,
I put it
man.
on. I put her on, she's addicted. I put on a video that she'll watch that motherfucker.
I
I love the dating reel.
If I get like 5,000 views on a video, that she's responsible for half. You know, like she's
Oh man.
and because she's not used to it, so she goes on and she reads the comments. So she reads them and like
the video's just like on loop.
like crazy. She goes down and she like it like her eyes roll back into her head and she like watches it and she's like it's really weird watching her get that excited about it, and she'll like hit me up and she'll be like, oh, 8,000 views, and she thinks it's like the only reason that people go onto my stuff because I don't know because people will say like, oh, I just want to hang out with your mom.
Wow,
whatever.
So you're her Marshall Mathers.
And then one time,
Whoa.
I got pissed off at her. Well, no, I didn't get pissed. She was talking a bunch of shit. She's like, the only reason anybody goes on your Instagram is because of me. And I was like, that's what's up. And so I deleted every video that I had posted with her on it, and it like
Happy Mother's Day.
it fucking broke her. Yeah, I was just like, yeah, Merry Christmas, motherfucker. Like, yeah, she's a piece of.
Oh,
I like the dating video. I see that
Where
one.
are you,
I
Mom?
That
will
one's-
find her a date. I will, like, that's a real thing. Like, I will use at some point, like, legitimately create a panel of men that I select and I'm gonna vet each
There's
one.
three of us right here.
Yeah,
Yeah, the married men. Yes.
I actually wouldn't have a big problem doing that at your guys' next thing, but like I'm going to use
Oh, you totally should.
Oh.
social media, and I'm gonna
Dude,
gonna like
we
old
can
school,
totally throw this in as a halftime
like
segment.
date number one, like the old school. Was that the dating game?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
rock
Yeah.
some
Yeah,
dating
like,
game.
but it's gonna be like fucking weird. Like I'm
Actually,
gonna
that would be really funny halftime segment.
Actually, can you
find Joshua's
wait?
mom
Will
and-
she be there for
Well,
it?
she will like if I bring it up to her. At first she's gonna be like no.
Tell
but
her
then
it'll get
she's
her
gonna say
8,000
yes,
Instagram followers.
No, she doesn't have shit. She doesn't know. She still has like. She's so inept at using a lot of the apps on her phone.
She's still on a flip phone.
No, but she'll have every app open, so it'll be like a mix of texting sounds with like directions to like wherever the last place she was going.
Please
to
take a
week
ding
ago.
to the ding.
Exactly. and then now she has it connected to a doorbell at her house where when they ring the doorbell, it takes a picture or video of the person. I know, because anyway, yeah. And so, but then
Thanks,
it sends
Ring.
it to the phone, and so, but she has that as the same tone. So she doesn't know. She's like gonna text, and she'll go to she'll think it's somebody at the door. So it's just mixed with like a 32 font text message situation.
Oh man.
So,
All right.
so
So-
just kind of
About
based
her.
off this social media conversation, we're gonna kind of jump around
Okay.
just a smidge.
Sure.
And I do believe Mr. Green over there on the far left has a fun game show planned.
Oh man, it is the game. It's time to play the game.
Dun, 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 dun.
I was actually questioning whether or not we should do the shot of the week before the game, just for the liquor
Let's
purposes.
do the shot of the week.
Oh man.
I
well,
say we do the shot of the week.
all right. If we're gonna
Alright.
do the shot of the week,
Well, I wanted to do the shot of the week to tie into the game recaps, but the game
Let's-
recaps are all
well,
gonna be
well,
depressing
you know-
and downers
I say we
and
drink,
whatnot.
right?
well, hold on. Let's look at the game recaps real quick. We kicked the Thunder's ass,
And
and
everybody was extremely happy and looking forward to the rest of the week.
and then
Rockets game,
and then we hate our lives now, right?
Yeah.
the
It's
Rockets game. I don't think we hated our lives as much as we should have. I think we all kind of assumed that was going to be.
it felt pretty good, and then no.
Yeah, but I think if we had to pick one out of the three to lose, Rockets was going to be it, even minus James Harden. Pelicans. The one question I do have. Where the fuck was Myers Leonard for most of that game? Because that elephant was running rampant in frickin' in Cousins.
You watching the games this week?
You watch that? He's the one that like posts all the pictures of him in fancy clothes, right?
That's
That's like half of the team.
Yeah.
Dame,
That's
CJ,
Westbrook.
Westbrook,
That's
does
Westbrook,
that
yeah.
too.
The kid
Myers
that wears
Leonard.
that Portland gear shit. Like you see him always wearing like Portland gear.
Myers does a bit. Myers also does a lot of
Myers Leonard. I think it's about Boogie.
Yeah, we're
no, Myers does a
one-
lot of shirtless stuff to show off how good a shape he's gotten into and how we should
he's got a
believe in
white
him
guy
again.
complex.
Is he a good basketball player?
No.
Yeah, I heard there's one.
That's
of them
a no,
garbage.
Bob.
No, there's one of them that's not a good player at all, and he's one that's like always kind of out, like wanting to be.
His
like, the
name is
fat-
Myers Leonard.
That's him.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
getting paid like $10 million a year right now, and
He has
yeah.
more than me, so I mean. I can't really
Side
say
note,
shit.
all three of us have had more basketball output in the last 6 months than Myers Leonard probably has.
Nice. And we keep him.
Ooh.
Well, we're contractually obligated to keep him, so
I mean, if someone wants to
can cut
offer
it.
a trade for
You
him,
can cut it. Nobody will though. Will
no,
they?
no,
No.
not
You
for
know
not
what?
for 10
and
I'll-
we're
million.
on the hook, so we could cut him, but we'd still have to pay him. It's not like the
I'll
NFL where you can just
I
cut
will
him.
offer 3 donuts and a Starbucks coffee, and we're going Vente.
But just because
To just have him come fold my laundry.
but you're contractually obligated, not necessarily to play basketball, so you could
Yeah.
get him to do some weird shit.
Well, he has to sit on the bench. That's all he's obligated.
Just sit.
Yeah, he
I
just
wonder
has
what
to
you
show
could
up.
pay him, what you could make him wear. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, did we turn him into Blaze the Trail
Like
Cat?
pouring them out to different brands. like,
I
just
thought
be
he
like, you're gonna wear-
was
you're
for
already
a while.
You already
'cause
do that shit. I think
every
that's the
time
guy
Blaze would come on the court,
He
I
is
didn't see
Blaze.
Myers.
Maybe
that's
he
hilarious.
was.
I actually think that the last man on the bench is probably Blaze.
Ooh. All right.
Conspiracy
Well, that said,
theory.
Certainly
that
more
is
athletic.
what our week degenerated to. A whole lot of sadness, and it only got worse.
all right. What
So,
kind of shot glasses do we have here?
So,
So
for some reason, instead of grabbing the glass shot glasses, Brandon
still
pulled
on
back out the
Christmas
Christmas
mode.
ones.
But let me cue up shot.
you
of
got
the
the anal sex elves.
Fucking on
Yeah,
mine.
so let me cue up shot of the week. So shot of the week is it's a shot of fucking sorrows because this was the Trailblazers' proving ground of a week. Everybody had given them crap. They only play up to competition. They play down to competition. This is a week in which we had 4 solid games against, and I'm loosely roping the Pelicans in here, into solid competitors, and we come out 1-3. So it doesn't matter. It's depends on how you want to coin it. It's either a shot of inspiration or a shot of sorrows.
Fuck that shit.
I'm-
Shot of sorrows right here.
I'm giving a shot of sorrows because I'm fucking crying a motherfucker because for the first time in a long time I was not interested in a Trailblazer game at all during that Timberwolves game.
Gentlemen, to a shot of sorrows.
To not wanting to watch.
There we go. So I'm not wanting to
there's
watch.
Brandon.
Hey, the upcoming games. No.
Oh, Brandon's dying.
See?
Yeah.
Vinegar strokes right there.
Look at that. He's a girl, isn't he,
man.
on that?
Vinegar strokes, right? Or does that mean something else?
Well,
Yeah,
gentlemen,
it means something else.
coming out of that, we might as well have a little fun. So what I've done, I dug through the Twitter of the entire Blazers roster, and I found 10 random tweets. All current players.
Now,
Okay.
quick question. Do you know all the players currently? If not, we can get you a list.
Give me a list.
All right.
Or you can just guess the 1 or 2 guys that you know consistently.
Oh, we lost LaMarcus.
Fuck Lamarcus.
Oh, LaMarcus has fallen off the
Everything's-
table.
I'm gonna say Blaze for everything if you don't.
Blaze the Trail
No,
Cat.
we
I did not use his Twitter, though I think he has one.
Yeah, we're absolutely over
Oh.
our swear limit, so we
Hold
don't.
on,
care anymore.
we're capping out my bandwidth.
That's okay.
Looks like we're pulling it up on the phone.
Looks like Josh is pretty savvy with the mobile device here.
He's up on ye old technology.
All right. So,
What our kids are using.
gentlemen,
Okay.
Side note: don't
There
go to
are-
Twitter. Just go Trailblazers roster.
there are
I will say Damian
there are
Lillard
10
for
tweets
everything.
here. Yeah, you can just
I mean,
go
you're gonna get
Dame
one
constantly.
at that point.
So I've got my fancy schmancy store
Okay,
paper.
You got it.
Wow, Green. I love the upgraded technology you have.
Yeah, welcome to the future, bitches. And with that, we're just gonna tally some points. I'm gonna let you guess whoever you think it may be.
Is it first to answer, or are you going in a row?
No,
I'm
no.
gonna let everybody answer every question.
So we're all gonna yell a name at once.
And you're keeping tally?
I will give the
No.
answer after all of you have guessed.
Let's do one at a time. It's
Okay.
better for vote
Okay,
for,
we can.
for audio.
I'll tell you what.
We'll
I
go.
will go one at a time, and if you're wrong, we'll let the next guy take a stab at it.
All right. So uno, dos, tres. I'll take third base.
All right, we will, and we'll just keep rotating through.
Oh wait.
All right.
Hold on. He's actually ineligible. So uno, dos.
How am I
tres.
ineligible?
No, I pointed it. Yeah, I pointed at you about being knowledgeable.
Oh.
Knowledgeable.
Knowledgeable,
Having
ineligible, knowledgeable. They sound the same. I went with ineligible. All right, Josh, you get the first one. Cue music from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Oh, I'm gonna cue the music. All right, you'll see.
All right. So this tweet reads, I don't disrespect nobody. Don't disrespect me. You feel me. I'll read it again. I
Go
don't disrespect nobody.
He's searching.
Don't
Twitter at the
disrespect me. You feel me.
I'm gonna go
That's right.
Al Farouk.
Al Farouk Aminu.
I'm going Lillard.
moment. I'm gonna take Turner on that.
And Brandon got it with Lillard.
You were gonna go Lillard every single one.
Yeah, but no, I got sidetracked by their birth dates. The oldest dude on this team was born in 1988.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Fucking kidding me?
And
Yeah.
that's-
welcome to the fact
Hey,
that this
we're one of the
podcast
youngest.
is
Older than every
Wait,
single
wait,
person on that
This
roster.
96,
podcast is
97.
populated by people older than the people we're talking
Okay,
about.
hold up.
Yeah, no, we are also
Real talk.
one of the youngest teams in the NBA.
Zach Collins was born in 1997, and Caleb Swanigan.
Yeah, I was well.
Yeah,
in
those
I
are
was
the
almost,
rookies.
I was almost into
What
high
is it with
school.
our guest not being able to pronounce his name?
Swanigan.
Swanigan.
Fuck,
Swanigan's on a Blazer
Swanigan.
hit, though.
Is he good?
He's not a Blazer anymore.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He's
I
on
mean,
the
he's
D
on the
League.
G League.
He's
Yeah,
on
but
the-
he's still
he's
on our
the-
main roster.
He's on the Ben and Jen team.
Okay.
All right, gentlemen.
Team.
Evan Turner being the oldest. at
88.
1988.
Yeah.
Yeah, that man
All
can
right.
die a quick death.
All right, gentlemen.
Better than Myers.
Tweet number 2. Brandon with 1 point so far. The tweet reads, good ass game. Now, you can read that as good ass game, good ass game. or good ass game. There's no punctuation to tell you. Those are the 3 words that you get.
If it's good ass game, like good ass, I already know who it is.
Oh, well, go for it.
You're starting.
Myers Leonard.
Myers Leonard. All right.
The married man, the newly married man.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Ed Davis.
Going Ed Davis.
Oh,
What do you got over there?
Freaking asshole. Fine. I'll go. I'm gonna go. I'll take Patty.
Brandon 2 for 2. Ed Davis
I roll, man.
with the good ass
Motherfucker
game.
over here.
You have Twitter?
All right. All
Why
right.
am I running this?
I have a
this-
Twitter.
Why am I running this podcast?
Not all of us
Twitter
can be
account?
cool like Instagram people.
In
like
response,
you.
in
Me and my
response to a
284
fan.
Instagram followers.
Oh, all of
I'm
them.
I'm coming to rock. What is it?
Rock bottom.
Fuck, man! Every time I hear rock bottom, I think like it's lifestyle, like not like restaurant
no.
that I used to have.
Hey. So we're all just gonna hang out and like celebrate our misery. Just come over there with us.
But isn't that a funny name for like a bar? Like,
You
I
know.
think that's actually creative marketing.
it's
you know?
creative, but like they used to have. Here's what my rock bottom was: is they used to have these things called Titan toothpicks. Does anybody remember those?
What?
They
No,
were like
never.
4 gigantic like fried taquitos. They were huge, and they were like called Titan, right? Like they're fucking big. Of course they are. Anyway, they're like this big, and they came with like sour cream, guacamole,
Sour cream.
sour cream,
It's-
guacamole, and barbecue sauce.
That's
Those
the
chicken
that's
taquitos
what
are
the
giant.
dreams
Hanging around
of
with
my
Byron Beck
childhood are made
I
of.
thought that's half of what the Rolly aisle of 7-Eleven was.
They don't have those here. If rock bottom, yo, I like if you bring back Titan toothpicks, that's a big fucking deal for me.
All right,
And
gentlemen.
he can get
You
a
heard it
lot
here
of
first,
customers.
folks.
In response to a fan who typed the single word GGBKOTJBOT.
Wait, what? I'm gonna need to type that out, Bob.
Yeah, you can try, but that's not a thing. It's GGKB or GGBKOTJBOT. That's what the
Good
fan
game,
said.
but- oh, something like that.
I bet that's like
And his response was word. This player. Their tweet once again. Word.
Oh, I thought you were.
Do we
giving me
all
the
get to
GG.
guess?
Y'all get a guess.
I'm gonna say CJ McCollum.
Got a CJ.
I'm gonna say Swan again.
Going Swan again. Whitledge, we're looking at you.
I'm gonna hang my hat on somebody that has underperformed all season, and I'm gonna stick with ET.
Oh, see, I thought you were going to get that with underperformed. But Mo Harkless.
Oh.
Really?
Mo Harkless.
Mo Harkless, Mo problems.
Which one is
I just
Which one's wait? I gotta look this up.
You can click on the link. It'll,
Maurice
he's
Harkless.
the tall black one.
He was great.
Oh, I worked out.
You got me.
I worked out with this guy worked out at my gym, Alan Crabb.
he was my
Oh,
buddy's
yeah.
neighbor.
Oh, you had crabs?
Yeah, like is he still? That looks like.
No.
a
No, he got
jersey.
traded
Yeah.
last year.
We shipped
Is he
him
good?
off to
But
the
isn't he
East
good?
Coast. I
Eh.
mean, like 10 points a game. For
He's
Like, he was
$75
Pat Connaughton good.
I
Yeah,
didn't graduate
I-
high school, so 10 points a game is not a bad
Wait,
deal.
you didn't graduate either?
No, I
Hey,
dropped.
there we go.
Nice.
Solid.
Yeah, you didn't.
All right.
School. You drop out or you get kicked out.
Dropped out GED.
Nice.
I graduated 2 years early.
I graduated on time.
Well,
That was the thing. That was about it.
I dropped out
Landed
a
flat.
year early, got my GED,
I had to hang my hat
and had
somewhere.
an AA by the time, or not
Oh, like
Alcoholics
running start.
Anonymous. But I had the associate's degree by the time that most of my classmates had their high
Yeah.
school degree.
All right,
Yeah.
gentlemen.
That's cool.
Our next tweeter.
I have it like I.
Oh.
We Twitter or
I have
Tweaker?
You know what?
Next
Well,
tweeter.
I'll post on the
Oh,
story.
it'll come back.
I have a story.
Thinking about how grateful I am tonight that I play a team sport. Good win. Exclamation mark, exclamation mark.
Can these be
Exclamation
old,
I
mark.
know who it is.
Can
Could
we
these
go
be
fir-
players
Can
that
we go first bet?
It didn't make
First bet. I want to
team?
lock in my bet.
That's definitely.
Go for it.
I'm
What
gonna
do you-
claim. I'm claiming Myers.
Going Myers.
No, I'm definitely.
I'll go.
You
I'll go
can't
last.
Research Twitter.
No, I'm not
He's looking
researching
at the
credit.
players.
I need
He's
the
got the
roster.
list. We can see his
I need
phone.
one of the two foreigners that would like say like it's it's not about
Josef
the win. It's
Nurkic.
just that we all had fun kind of situation.
We all played hard games.
So say the quote again.
Thinking about how grateful I am tonight that I play a team sport. Good game.
I know who it is.
Or good win. Sorry, not good game.
Good win. He said good win.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I got you. That's gonna be
Goodwin
go ahead.
Tyus.
You know, go.
Are you
go
sure? I mean, like,
It's his turn.
look,
It's
he
you,
already
right?
went.
did
No,
it?
I said Myers.
I'm gonna say okay. I'm going with Yusuf.
Oh, I was gonna
Nurkic.
pick Yusuf Nurkic.
All right.
Nurkic.
So we got Nurkic. We've got Myers.
Like it's always some really nice statement like that I because like foreigners.
I'm gonna
are
just
so
say
nice.
Shabazz.
Nope. But weirdly enough, these are almost all of the tweets that Al Farouk Aminu ever tweets.
Or, like,
Was
really,
it-
really
Hold on.
positive
Was
ones.
it a
Yeah.
retweet or an original?
It was an original, but he has like 3 of those on his history.
Yeah.
When I was digging through, I'm like, wow,
Team
like
gave a
they're
solid
like,
effort.
yeah,
We
great
did
team, good
good.
playing team.
Exactly. You just
All right, so this one might involve a little more metagaming. All right, so
Oh,
I've stumped
God.
you guys twice now. So right now I'm tied with Brandon, with nobody scoring. All right, the next one, Baz is the man.
Touch my face.
Shabazz?
Baz is the man is the tweet. You're going Shabazz?
wait. He said Baz is the man.
Yep.
Hold on. Stumptown.
It was a Blazer player. So
Shabazz.
we got Shabazz for Ryan.
I want to say that too because that's the kind of shit I do about myself just to like.
And Brandon knows this, and he's
I don't-
fucked.
I don't know it.
Hold on.
How do you not know this?
I don't know the tweet. I'm gonna guess.
I'm gonna say it's that one turd, Myers Leonard.
Myers Leonard.
I'm gonna say Connaughton.
Do I get a point?
Yusuf Nurkic.
Son of a bitch!
And
You
you
see, it's all positives. You know
and
what
you
I'm saying?
touched
Like
my-
it
Yeah.
literally is all positive.
Oh, yeah.
They're great. They're great.
The Bosnian
Didn't work
Beast.
out with my ex-wife, but they're great.
All right, here was one that this is one that I really wanted. I could not find the context for this,
Story,
and I
man.
may need
True
to
chalk.
Google a little deeper to figure out where this came from.
Oh, God. So it's not even a tweet you understand?
I don't fully understand it, but I saw it and I knew it was coming into the game. All right, it says the only way to combat leaks of nudes or a sex tape is to add booking info to your bio. Hashtag roll with the punches. Hashtag oh they gon' show up. Hashtag God blessed ya.
Myers
I have a
Leonard.
qualifier. This is current Blazers, right?
It is current Blazers.
Myers
Because
Leonard.
otherwise,
Not-
I would totally say Greg
Not
Oden
going
for
Oden.
the win, Bob.
Wait. Say it over again. I want to hear it again.
The only way to combat leaks of nudes or a sex tape is to add booking info to your bio. Hashtag roll with the punches. Hashtag oh they gun show up. Hashtag God blessed ya.
Myers Leonard.
Got a Myers Leonard.
Myers is saying you gun show. You done?
No,
show?
because he sounds like kind of dumb shit. Like when I see his face, it seems like the dumb shit he would say.
I'm going to throw out a Pat
like,
Connaughton, Bob.
When I see his face, like I don't know. I don't even know the guy, but like
And
that's the
then,
one
you want
person that
debate,
I
I have to pee.
talk
You
to.
gotta be
Oh
kidding me.
man,
We're not doing video. It's fine.
You gotta be kidding
This
me.
is this video.
that's a video right there.
Yeah, the video
We're-
is going.
We're
on
making
right
fun of you
Yes.
leaving.
His bladder is absolutely. Jesus Christ.
You have
There
kids?
goes another toy.
You couldn't hold that, could you?
No, I've been holding it for 20 minutes.
This has
We've
been.
only been
this
doing
is
this for-
3 episodes. He's done this. I
Oh
think he's got
man,
I think he's got a bladder issue.
All right,
or some
Brandon.
Kind of sexual thing.
Brandon,
Yeah,
what you
right.
got here?
Sorry,
hey,
Sonia.
you know, that's the sign. You should get that. Like that's like
Should
everything
probably
that
get
you
that
could
checked
have.
out.
No, everything.
The UTI. Yeah.
No, everything is like frequent urination.
That's it's a symptom for literally all
Everything.
of the problems if you're a
Everything.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and say. Fuck.
Oh, that guy's not on our team.
Shabazz.
Going Shabazz?
Yeah.
No, it is Evan Turner.
I was gonna I almost said Evan Turner. And I was like, no, that's way too conservative. Evan seems like just a weirdo conservative. I don't know. Whatever.
Oh man.
Anybody
so,
want to drink all of his beer before he comes back?
So I am leading 4. Brandon's got 2, and we got zeros the rest of the way around.
No, of course it's zeros.
And so our next one,
Fuck I look like.
our next one, I'm gonna have no. I kind of feel like I want to cheat and have you get an answer just so Ryan's behind you, just while he's running away. So to all the people listening, we're gonna try and play this up here, and there he is. Oh man, what a guy! Oh hey, what are you doing there?
So guess who has a point in the board and you don't?
Probably everybody but me.
Who's that? Do you even know who you're having a podcast with?
I don't even know basketball, man, and I'm.
Kind of mad that
Hey, I don't. Did that break?
Wesley.
Oh,
Fuck
he's broken
Wesley.
twice before. That head's been
That's even
reattached
more
several
creepy,
times.
Dude. Here, give it to me, actually.
It's a headless Wesley Matthews toy
It
now.
makes me uncomfortable. That makes me.
The head of Wesley Matthews now on your
I can't
LaCroix,
even take a
staring you in the
picture of it,
face.
man. Like, there's everything wrong about this.
All right, gentlemen.
All right, fine. We'll pull the we'll just put the body over there.
I'm gonna put him back on because that's.
There you go.
I can't disrespect him like that.
How about this,
I
though?
can't do him like that.
Ooh,
Oh, now you're putting
no,
him backwards.
upside down.
No,
Make him hold
Man,
his
this
own
is-
head.
no.
This is golden audio right here.
No, Matthews, my man. I'm gonna.
All right, gentlemen, we are 6 tweets in. Here we go. Tweet number 7.
There it is. He's good.
His neck is so big.
He's good.
That was
I will
racist.
take care of you, Matthews. There we go. All right.
Oh, he's got his three goggles on and in position. All right, here we go. Next tweet. All you moms out there, get your mammograms. It's important. Again, all you moms out there,
This one
get your mammograms.
Myers.
It's
Leonard.
important.
Josh
No.
Dean.
Myers Leonard.
Myers Leonard. We got a Myers.
You dickwad.
That's it.
Oh,
This is
man.
Josh-
'Cause
Josh
that's the guy-
Dean.
That's a stupid. Here's the deal. I know I've kind of said that every time.
All right,
About-
CJ McCollum.
And we're looking at you, Ryan.
You didn't say your thing. I want to
Well, I
hear.
really wanted to go Myers Leonard, but I mean, if I got to go with anybody, Damian Lillard.
It's probably Damien because he seems like he does a lot.
He
of stuff
does
for
love
the
his mom.
cause.
CJ McCollum, whose
Yes!
mom had breast cancer.
Yes. Anyways, say your thing.
No, I was gonna say just because I felt like. Oh well, wait. Which thing about the high school?
You were gonna say something about mammograms.
Oh no, I don't want to go there. I don't want to do
Oh,
that.
Were you giving away free ones?
Yeah, right. No, I was gonna
Free
go
fill-ups.
back to. drop
All right,
out of high
gentlemen.
school. That was a fun story for me.
Gentlemen, there are 2 left. So really the battle is
It's those.
just to get on the board. Because right now it's Brandon versus the world. 3 to 0s, and then I've got 4 for missed answers.
How do you even have points?
Yeah,
you
you
know the
don't.
answers.
You're the game master. You don't get to count yourself for points.
Yeah, I do. I get all the right ones.
Oh, fuck that.
Oh, okay, here we go. Next one. Slight exaggeration. Simply more of a Vince Vaughn guy. Who
Okay,
is the Vince Vaughn guy?
I'll go last. I think I know who this is, and I
Wait,
think you guys
so
will get
the
it.
entirety of the tweet is slight exaggeration, more of a Vince Vaughn guy?
Yep, slight exaggeration, ... simply more of a Vince Vaughn guy.
All right, Josh, I'll give you first. You can't look at his page.
No, I'm not looking at this page. I was gonna. I mean, I know that if I do this enough, Myers Leonard is gonna give me a point.
I believe you are correct. Eventually it will.
Yeah.
Wow. You
Insider.
just told him one of 2
Insider
questions
tip.
left, and he's got a 50.
Actually, technically it's 3. I'd forgotten one.
Oh, okay. And you got a 30-30.
All right, Brandon, we're
Connaughton,
looking at you.
Connaughton.
Going Connaughton. Looking at you, Whitty.
Read me the quote again.
Slight exaggeration. Simply more of a Vince Vaughn guy.
I'm going to give that Vonleh.
And that goes to Pat Connaughton with another Brandon Kennedy.
Son of a...
Literally,
Did you just rip his mic away and tell him to get out of the room?
he has 4.
You know what?
Wait, was that mine?
Nope,
that
still
was-
Brandon.
You know what? You got better hair.
Dude,
and
I don't
a
say-
better
every time on
beard than
Twitter-
him.
You spend doing that?
Hey, just
All
because
right.
I have a bigger Twitter follower than you Instagram.
Do you have a big Twitter following?
No.
Nope.
I have like 700 people. That's all.
All right, gentlemen.
on Twitter, that's like nothing.
Really
Obama has 100 million.
Hey, guys.
100 million.
I've got a question for you, though.
Obama's got 100
I'm
million.
just gonna let you know.
Yeah, he's
that
got like
Brandon-
infinity.
Brandon,
People
so
like
far, He has a
Obama.
lot better humor, and he's a lot more attractive than you. So, I mean, we might hold a vote on who holds your spot on the podcast.
Well, wait a minute.
Do I have better hair though?
Do you think
I don't know.
Obama? So like, if he has,
He
all these
rocks the
followings,
hat
do you think
better.
he, like sponsor? I need him to start sponsoring like
Obama?
protein powder and.
Obama's only sponsoring Obama's only sponsoring wakeboards in Hawaii right now. So
Is it, why?
I'll give
that's
him
just where he's
time.
hanging out his time.
They'll get him on Viagra commercials eventually. They do that to all the former
Get
politicians.
I
No,
actually
Get that
think-
presidential
No,
erection.
the
I'd be such a-
Viagra, I believe, is Michelle Obama's thing.
I'd
She's
be
like,
such a
hey, so do you
sellout.
want your leader to step up?
Oh.
I would be such a.
Oh.
I'd be such a sellout. Like if I was a president, which but never would happen. But like
You got my vote, bro.
no, but like
Hey, yeah,
I'd be.
yeah,
A
touch the
sellout.
leg
I'd
there.
be-
Yeah.
yeah,
Hey,
I'd be
it got
selling
weird.
out. I'd be a cam. I'd do like webcam shit afterwards.
Like, hey, I
You
got a
wanna see your
YouTube channel.
president stroke himself? We're just gonna. Oh, look at
Oh.
that right there.
Not the type of
$1
webcam stuff he meant, I don't think.
$1.95. Oh no, just
So you wouldn't be a cam girl. You'd be like,
No, a cam guy.
Cam
man.
boy.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'd be a cam boy. But
Cam
here's
boy.
The deal. Here it is. Interactive cam boy. No, just listen.
Interactive?
Yeah, because
So if I touch my screen, I'm touching you?
dog, I'm gonna come to your house, bro. Like, it's $1.90. No, just listen to me, right?
For
Here's-
$1.95 plus
The game is
tax.
off
I'll
the
come to your
rails.
house.
all right,
It's
cease
a
to
dollar-
talk.
No, hold on. It's $1.95, and the reason it's $1.95 is you get a nickel. Because my whole shtick is like I spread my butt cheeks and you flick a nickel at my butthole. For like that's my thing. Because like at 35, like I'm not.
That's
pri-
funny because that's our last tweet.
I'm
Or second to
not
last tweet.
prime. Like I can't. 35 years old. I don't. Like I'm not as marketable. And so like I gotta find a thing.
You got to have a niche.
See, and the nickel.
Oh, no. There's a nickel.
The nickel is heavy enough. Like this is an old one too. That's 1978.
Oh, that's a real Jefferson right there. That's a real heavy.
Yeah.
That's a 1978, Jack.
You know what?
That's
Give
a
that
good
That's
back
one.
to me. I'll
older
put
than
that in
any
your butthole later.
trailblazer.
Yeah.
$1.95, man. I come to your
All right.
house.
Number 9.
Press your wife.
Number 9. Any good tanning salons in Portland?
Myers Leonard.
Oh, you dickwad. That's Brandon.
I want all of us to say Myers Leonard.
Collins and
We're at a point where we can
All
all
right,
have
we
a
got
point.
Myers Leonard,
We
Zach
can all have a
Collins,
point.
and
It's
I'm
gonna be
running
Myers
out of
Leonard.
white
That's-
guys. I'm just gonna throw out Jake Lehman for my 0 and 0.
Jake Lehman, not a bad pick. However, it was Collins.
oh my
and
god.
Oh my God, I'm the winner.
Brandon with 5. Fully half the questions before we get. All right, the final question, but we
He
do
gets a
have
trophy. He gets the Spider-Man trophy.
an extra bonus question. Here we
That
go.
is worth the entirety of the win.
Yeah, that's worth the entirety of the game.
All right. I'm putting my nickel.
It's a
away.
10-point bonus, but the last point
You put that
gaining
nickel away.
non-bonus question. Jaden Smith's sound is very similar to Frank Ocean. Like, very similar.
Wait, is this a Blazer?
Yeah, this is the Blazer. Jaden Smith's sound is very similar to Frank Ocean. Like, very similar.
Myers Leonard.
So we got a Myers Leonard.
Go ahead, Brandon.
Damian Lillard. I'll go for it.
We got a Myers.
It's
We got a
obviously
Dame.
it's obviously Myers.
Read me the quote again.
There's no
That's some
point.
stupid shit that he.
Jaden Smith's sound is very similar to Frank Ocean.
If you have the
Like,
only
very
somebody that's
similar.
benched has time to fucking say
Fine.
shit like
I'll
that.
go with Myers.
Who knows what?
Yeah.
Well, you
He
can't
already
split
had
a point with
Myers.
Myers
You
on
can't
there.
split a
You
point.
can't.
Double.
We split a point. You're already gonna.
I knew it was Myers. I had to
Fucking-
pick somebody else, so I picked a musician.
I know it.
Dame
was
Raps.
Myers.
Didn't say somebody else.
I feel like we got.
Throw anybody out there.
Let's-
Literally
Yeah.
just name a name.
Didn't you literally know who, like half of these were, and you got them wrong?
We didn't coordinate.
We could all win right
Oh,
now.
man.
Anyway, fine.
Should we all hold hands for this?
If it's up to me, I will go. So
I'm gonna edit out this dead airspace.
CJ.
There we
Well,
go.
CJ. Sorry, all of you. It was Caleb Swanigan.
Oh, sorry, I win by default.
However,
College tweet.
no, it was. This was on December 26th of this year.
Was that his verified Twitter account?
That
or-
was a
or his
verified
other
Twitter account.
Verified Twitter account. Because he has 3 verified Twitter accounts out there right now.
Yeah,
That
I
was
noticed
Caleb
there were
Swanigan.
2. I didn't see
Wait,
a
how do you
third.
have 3 verified Twitter accounts.
That's just shell accounts that are trying to beat you to it.
I tried verifying my account.
Wait, you can't.
Yeah,
No,
who,
Twitter
who
was
needs
like,
you to be
You're
verified?
you're not cool enough.
No.
And they're
All right,
"Oh,
all
you're
right,
not a
gentlemen.
Kardashian."
But currently it's a tie between me and Brandon with 5 apiece. So
How the fuck do you have 5?
because
you literally
I
given
get
no answers.
when if I can
For
stump all
the
3 of
answers
you.
that we all blanked on.
All right, gentlemen. So this one right here will be for 6 points.
So you're coming up with the question.
It's
Yep.
for 6 points or
It's-
it's for the 6th point.
It's for 6 points in total. So you can steal the entire game
Okay.
Or I could really crush it with 11.
or just absolutely crush it. And here is the final tweet. I cannot read it because I am blocked from this player's Twitter account.
Myers Leonard.
So we got Myers Leonard. Who else do we have?
I'm gonna go last in this one because I have all the points.
Which player
So
blocked
who
me
did
from
who
tweeting
did
his
John
things?
Canzano block from Twitter.
John Canzano might have blocked me too. Actually, I don't think he has.
Are we all on the block list?
Wait, did you guys get blocked?
I didn't get blocked.
I
been
got
blocked.
blocked by a Blazer.
I've been
did
blocked
really?
from John.
I did
Canzano.
really,
For what?
and that's the question. Upon giving the answer, I will tell you guys, and I will tell you, I was underwhelmed by what got
Alright.
me blocked.
All right, so I'm gonna need the question again.
This Blazer blocked me from Twitter and will not let me tweet his name any longer.
Current roster?
Current roster.
Well, it's Myers Leonard, obviously, but I can't. pick him.
No, Von Lay.
Got a Von Lay.
There's no way Von Lay.
Got a
cares that much.
Myers.
Von Lay.
Yeah,
Got another
it's-
guess, Brandon.
It's Myers, but
I win.
yeah, you won.
Josh wins. It was Myers Leonard.
That's some shit.
You got blocked by
petty.
Myers.
You know,
Leonard?
it's funny because he's
petty
actually
shit.
favorited a few of my tweets back when he was doing well and I was
You
rah-rahing
mean
him.
when he was a good tall white guy as opposed to when he was a bad tall white guy?
Yeah, like he favorited some stuff during I gave a tweet storm of love to him years ago when he
That
won
was
us
good.
a single
That's what-
playoff
Maybe he's-
game against
maybe
Memphis.
he's heard our
Draft
show.
day.
However, I just a month or two ago, I tagged him in a tweet where, in response to something Dave Deckard had tweeted, I said, "Is it weird that I'm cheering or I'm hoping for or I want to see more Myers Leonard tonight?" Last
That's
thing
when
I
he was
tweeted with
riding
him,
the bench, right?
yeah, that was the
A
game
lot of his
against
DNCPs
the Hornets,
and- yeah.
yeah, that was against the Hornets
You know,
the game before.
My friend walks his dogs. She's a professional dog walker.
Who's
and
your friend?
her name's Reagan.
Shill her dog walking business.
Reagan's
Because we
Reagan's
wanna
Myers Leonard
send her a girl
dogwalking.com.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh, can you get him on the show?" And I was like, "Wait, actually, never mind. Don't get him on the show." He probably blocked us all because of this show.
No.
Yeah.
If he listen,
if you even listen to episode pilot, we're blocked.
What do you guys have a friend that's a dog walker?
Me.
I mean, I have a friend
What
who
does she
is
do?
a dog walker.
She literally walks dogs for a living.
I have a friend who is a dog.
Who had the truck part crashed into his pool?
That's
was-
Turner.
That
That was Evan Turner.
That was Evan Turner.
It
That
was all
truck
staged.
did
Why
not
do you
have
have a
dogs.
fucking dog if you can't? That's my biggest thing. Is like that's how fucked up it is. Like you have a dog walker. You don't need a.
I have friends
You
that
can't even walk your
I don't
own
have a dog myself.
bitch.
I have friends that put their dogs in fucking hotels
Yeah, but
when they leave and they travel. A doggy hotel.
Man, why you have a? If you're a basketball player, why the fuck do you have don't have a dog, man?
Side note.
If you don't
I
have
I
a
couldn't.
think
dog,
we all need to collectively open up a doggy hotel. I have a construction background. I can
for
build,
Portland,
a little,
that's actually a
four-bedroom kinda
really good
thing.
business model for sure.
no,
I
I'm-
can build a little
Storage units.
4-bedroom kind of thing. Anybody
Storage
wants to
units,
market it?
Barely storage. You can
Listen,
storage-
Sharks, I'm out. This is an investment that's out of my specialization.
Hey,
Well,
man,
that's
I
only because you're
I know
legally
commercial real
obligated
estate.
to say such things.
all right. Well, that concludes the game. I win because I love winning.
Yeah,
Apparently, I guess all
yeah.
things
You
correctly.
almost won, but then Josh actually scored
that's
the
right.
six-pointer
No,
at the
Josh
end,
did
so
win.
Josh
Josh
is
I
the
don't feel good
winner.
about
the,
that
the,
win.
the long con, right?
I don't feel good
Anyways,
about that win.
so just
I mean, it
to,
took 11 guesses of Myers Leonard, but eventually you pulled it out.
So we kind of gotta finish out the show because I feel as though we're going on long, which probably means it's only been 32 minutes.
That's kind of what she said. Maybe.
Ooh.
Okay. Anyways, so
Depending on
coming
your
up
sexual
on
orientation.
coming up tomorrow, Tuesday. So we have Blazers versus Suns, which we're hoping one of the three of us will be there. We got an inside avenue, but
I might have a better chance of being there.
I believe in
mean,
you. You can get
you
there.
bring us all?
Ticket, maybe.
All right, we're going.
wait. Even more importantly, do you want to bring us all?
Yeah, I'd do that.
Oh,
That seems
okay.
like, I mean,
there we go.
That sounds like a party.
There we go.
Well, I want to get on the
what's
pound
what's
here.
the game?
There we go.
What is it?
It's tomorrow, Phoenix Suns, 7:00.
All right, we're working on that. So we got the Phoenix Suns. What else is happening this week while Josh
So,
is on his phone?
He's working his magic.
Thursday we have Blazers versus Pacers.
Also a winnable game.
Isn't that cute?
I
that you
actually,
think that?
we're gonna win this entire week. I think.
There are three
Wow,
games.
That is a very high.
Should we make it a beer bet?
I was looking at that, and actually, that's what I was thinking. Because realistically, on
Do you-
paper,
do
we
you want-
should win all three of these games.
So do we want to make our beer bet of number of games won this week?
I think so. And
All right.
Brandon lost, so you get to
Brandon,
decide
I'll
the
go
order.
first. You get first bet.
Motherfuckers, I'm picking 2.
So I won. I won, so I get last.
Yep.
Correct.
Yep. I picked 2
All
games.
right. So
Oh no, I have to go 1 or 3 now.
we're gonna break.
Therefore, I
this
can't
down.
lose.
So the Blazers played the Suns.
losing.
The Blazers played the Suns on Tuesday at home. Blazers play the Pacers on Thursday at home. Blazers play the Mavericks on Saturday at home. Blazers worst ranked playoff team with the home or as far as home records go.
All right. You know what?
So-
I'm
You are
still
so
going to
drunk.
say 3, but if it's 2, we should have a tie-breaking condition for the 2 of us. I mean, or we could just split the 6-pack to Brandon.
Yeah, you will.
I feel as though that's how it's gonna go. I mean,
All right, we can do that. So I'm going-
Brandon,
he's got 2.
Brandon, you're locking in at 2.
I'm going 3.
3. See, the only thing that I feel awkward about this is that no matter what we all pick, it's kind of locked.
Yeah, you just got to get lucky though. You got to hope that it's either 1 or 3. Because if it's 1,
It's either hit or miss or split, or it's hit or split.
yeah, I have a pretty good chance of winning this one no matter what. So
Oh,
I at least won't lose. So
well,
that's
that's the stuff your dreams are made of.
good. Yes, they are.
winning-
and
winning
children's
free beer.
theaters.
All right, gentlemen. Well, it's been a good week. We learned a lot. We learned about Josh's childhood porn experiences.
Yes, and his mom. Yes,
You
we
know
laughed,
what?
we cried.
You know what? I'm actually gonna.
We learned a lot about your
I'm
relationship
gonna
with your
scroll
mom.
through this man's browser history. After this, you know, it intrigues me.
Oh,
And if
speaking
you
of,
haven't yet subscribed, check it out on Instagram. Subscribe. Do you call it subscriptions? No, it's just Instagram. So JPDX, check out all that crazy shit.
Yeah. So by
Or
the way, you're
ratchet
you're
ass
gonna
shit?
totally shill us and whatnot after
I'm gonna,
It's-
this, right?
yeah, I'm gonna go to the.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to rock bottom though. I'm gonna
That's-
talk about. I'm gonna try to get the Titan toothpicks back, and then we're gonna do the halftime show to try to find my mom.
I believe in
A
this.
suitable date.
I
I
actually
believe
like
in
this
the-
on the cuff amendment to the plan. I like
know
doing the
what?
live show, and I love the halftime game to do make a date or the pick a date.
It's gonna be
Let's
You know what?
let's
For
make a date.
for
yeah.
Josh's mom.
yeah.
Let's get Josh's mom a date.
She's she's running out of time.
What's her name?
Adrian.
Adrian. Let's get Adrian a date.
Yeah.
So if anybody out there who's listening is going to show up at the event, you could be
That's-
a potential eligible
Eligible?
bachelor.
Yeah.
Or
Please
bachelorette.
actually be an eligible bachelor, though.
We do know that
Um,
she likes lesbian porn, so I mean, eligible bachelor.
The thing is, like the guy that sent her that. It was a guy. Like, cause why I know about this. No.
Wow. You
Oh, wow,
you
we're
left
just
a lot
getting
of
in.
detail
No,
off
no,
that.
no. She didn't buy it. Like, no. She had this friend that sent. That wasn't even. I don't know if it was a guy. Anyway, she had a friend that sent her this box of porn. That's what. So she didn't even know. She's not like. Yeah.
Is
so
her
she had
friend
this
to open
agent.
up for
It's
'Cause
kind of
I'll
like
give
being
you
friends
my-
with those two, I think.
Hey, so I'll give you my address after the show.
Don't touch his thigh.
I mean,
Come on.
Fine, I'll
That
give
was-
you your
Come on.
guy.
You got that nickel.
All right, gentlemen, we love you. We love you all listening.
You know what? Go Blazers. Rock Bottom, February 8th. You know, come join us.
Otherwise, y'all have a good week. Go Blazers.